I am back, and in this video, I want to talk about the new player guide for 2026. We're breaking down the license journey, ranked, held items, emblems. The game gives you a few Pokemon at the start, then it's a license journey grind and new release events. Each Pokemon costs a specific amount of license points, and the journey only shows you a limited selection at a time. When you don't pick a Pokemon, the game bumps the ones that you don't pick up a few levels. That means even if you skip them now, you'll unlock them within about 10 levels anyway. And every so often, the game includes a free selection. But if you choose one of the high-cost characters, you're looking at over 3 weeks to unlock it. Such as Delmise for me, I am still unlocking it. I got to this point after 7 days, and it's been over 3 weeks without a new Pokemon in my roster. Right now, license journey points are really limited. Daily boxes, 4 per day, and they don't guarantee a fixed amount of license journey points. You can make friends. Those friends can send you 1 point per day. And the third way is the Battle Pass, which resets monthly and is on to game modes. The game has quick, casual, ranked, and a few other niche modes that you can play. Quick and casuals are mostly there to help you clear your daily missions or events for rewards. But the main mode people care about is ranked. When you start ranked, you begin at beginner. Very logical. And from beginner all the way up until you hit veteran, the game puts you against bots it generates, not real players. In my recent Ultra Exposed video, I explained the journey. It took 68 wins in a row to just get to veteran. Before that, I consistently saw bots. In expert, I got a few games against real players, but the majority of my expert games were also against bots. And it's not just ranked. As a new player, for quick and casuals, it forced me for the whole first week to not play against real players. My quick battles, my casual battles, my standard battles, ranked battles, they were all against bots. Only after 1 week did I start actually seeing players in the quick. Now, held items. You'll buy most held items in the shop, in the items section using tickets. In the other section of the shop, the section that's actually called Other, you'll find 2 battle items, Goal Hacker and Shed Ninja Doll, as well as the Yellow Energy Tank. More on the Yellow Energy Tank when we talk about emblems. These are the only things in the shop worth looking at, essentially. Next, held items level up using item enhancers, with majority power spiking at level 10 and level 20. You don't need to go past level 20. You want to get all your items to level 10 and then switch to level 20. Only the items that you want to actually do. Also, the game gives you 3 free permanent upgrades to level 30 on your account, but you have to find them in your item box. Not this menu, another menu called item box. And there are temporary upgrade items also, but there are 3 permanent ones. The game gives you item descriptions, which explains the basics, but not everything. So, to understand what the items actually do and get full details, you have to go to website number 1, UniteDB, and go to the Items tab, and this will give you the real descriptions with hidden mechanics explained and cooldowns on items using their abilities. Held items are generally fall into 4 categories: physical attack, special attack, defense, and other effects. If you're unsure what to equip, again, go back to UniteDB, click on the Pokemon you want to look at, and check the suggested builds. If you want to know what the top tier players are using, though, you have to head over to website number 2, which is Unite API. There you can see current meta Pokemon, preferred movesets by clicking on them, battle items that have the highest win rates, and you could also search for players or yourself and look at what items they currently have live on their account. So it also shows the battle record for the last 50 games, detailed match stats, ally and opponent builds through their profile links. Now on to emblems. And yes, This system is also a bit of a mess. Here's the fast guide. At the gacha machine, roll your one free daily spin. Then use max spins, which is capped at 25 per day. Weekly, the yellow tank energy, which can be refilled with those yellow tanks, is limited to a specific amount every week and resets on Sunday. You can see the timer on your screen on the left. You'll also can buy those yellow tanks, but they're currently only available for gems. And gems are the paid currency. So the game goes a lot better if you just pay money. If you pay money for Pokemon, if you pay money for items, and you pay money for the yellow tanks, it gets a lot better. If you could also pull fashion items from this gacha machine, but they're purely cosmetic. Emblems actually give your character stat boost during the battle. Cosmetics are just cosmetics. Then when we go to the emblem page, you'll see the emblem wheel. It starts out empty. It's awkward to fill and replace, but yeah, that's what they give you. Everyone gets 3 free pages. The 4th page requires coins or gems. Again, paying gems, quality of life goes up. Coins, they discontinued coins. There are no more AOS coins in the game. Or did they? Dun, dun, dun. There is technically a way to get AOS coins. If you join a Unite squad and you complete the first level of missions, you will get 200 AOS coins as well as 100 coins for, I believe, using a Unite move a few times. And another thing about the emblem pages, you could rename the pages, and then you could go over to the emblem list. You can upgrade emblems with tickets. They go from bronze to silver. This is a 100% success rate, costing 100 tickets. Going from silver to gold does not have a 100% success rate. But as you have enough items and item enhancers, you might as well just upgrade these to gold eventually. Now, which emblems to run? Well, we go back to website number 1, UniteDB. Click on your preferred Pokemon, then builds, and see the recommended emblem builds. There are a few major emblem pages, but they have the same core emblems, all slightly different with a little bit of variation. The first one here, 6 brown, 6 white. This is used for all physical attackers in the games, typically tanks, all-rounders, and some attack damage carries attackers. So there are 2 mandatory dual color emblems, being Aerodactyl and Ho-Oh. The rest, you can either stack attack, HP, or crit. You try to reduce special attack or defensive stats. And if you unlock more pages, you could typically do 1 focused on attack and 1 focused on health, 1 for tanks and 1 for more all-rounders or ADCs. The second one, which is less popular, but is recommended by UniteDB for all the tanks that have special attack, and that is 6 blue, 6 white. Again, there's 2 mandatory emblems, and the rest you're essentially stacking HP and special attack. A very similar one, 6 green, 6 white. This is recommended for the 2 all-rounders that are special attack. Most tank players typically go with the 6 green, 6 white, but UniteDB has a 6 blue and 6 white recommended. Similarly, there's actually 3 white-green emblems. Only 2 are required, and the rest you just stack your preferred stats with. The key is to get 6 green and 6 white. The same as 6 blue and 6 white, 6 brown and 6 white. You want to get those 6s so that you get the overall bonus, and then just figure out what the stats you're filling in. Now, the last set is 7 black, 6 green. This is used for mages or special attackers such as Gardevoir, Glaceon. So there's 3 mandatory emblems, the black-green dual emblems. Others focus on cooldown, special attack, or HP, or movement. There's a whole bunch of variations with this. Essentially, you need those 3 emblems. And then you got to figure out what other things you want to specialize in. At one point, there were some Glaceon build pages to get 100% uptime on some of their moves at certain levels, and it had 4 different versions of this emblem page. So again, the core emblems are the dual color ones, and they're all shown here. For green-black, Beedrill stays at bronze. Everything else is preferred at gold. It has a negative HP stat. That's why you want to leave it at bronze. Now, I'm not going to show the niche sets, but there are niche sets that are less common and not shown on UniteDB, but the community typically has them, or they're very, if they are on UniteDB, you got to really look for them. The first one being the red set. So this is an attack speed set, and you would figure that you'd want this on an ADC. No, it's on typically Eldegoss or Alolan Ninetales just for that one build, or Mewtwo Y also uses a red, and it's special attackers that are attacking fast, not the physical attackers. So you get stack speed and special attack. The next one, niche set, is yellow. This one's a lot of fun. You just stack movement speed. You just put this on like Greedent or Sableye or Talonflame or anyone you want to run around and just harass the enemy with. And then there is the last one here that I'm going to talk about is the defensive 666. This is all, there are dual colors in blue, purple that you can get a 666 set of. Next, we're going to talk about settings. And I'm in practice mode. We're talking about practice, okay? We're talking about practice, not the game. We're talking about practice mode. Because some settings only appear in practice mode. So the first one here is system settings. These don't matter much. I keep vibrate off. Some people like the feel of it. I personally don't. It just drains my battery. So not very important, everything here. Controls are very important because most of the default settings are actually wrong. So the recommended control settings, lowest HP value is selected. Advanced controls advanced, so you can use the small button to focus on objectives or farm. Automatic basic attacks, sorry. I have these on. This is personal preference, but it's just what I have. Motion pursuit, this is a horrible setting. I put this on melee and then I turn it to off, and this prevents you from chasing lowest HP values off screen. FYI, never happened to me where I ran through the middle of my opponents because this was on. All right, scoring controls. Tap is what you need. The reason that you do this is you use the press button and you just keep tapping and tapping and tapping. And this is when you're stacking and you can get those small scores in between by smashing that press button. Okay, move canceling. Either one option works. Figure out which one you like. Lock on icon. I like this. Some people don't like this. So what this helps me with is if somebody steps into a bush that's off screen, so on the top and bottom of your screen, you can't actually see your character's full range of vision, but the icon will pop up if they're somewhere. And that gives you a warning that somebody is around. And you get to click on it, and then you get to focus your abilities and basic attacks. So if you click on one, your basic attacks will go to that one. If you use an ability, it'll automatically aim towards that one. All right, move aim, set to movement. If you like the icons, play around in practice mode, figure out which way you like it. Sensitivity, so you set this to max and you get used to it. Camera follows moves. This is only applicable to long-range sniper abilities such as Decidueye or Snipe Shot for Inteleon. Dash move, you want to turn this on, with the only exception being Scyther. You want to turn this off so you could use the double hit properly. And auto lock on, you want to turn this off. This actually forces you to miss because you can't aim your ability. And that's the entire benefit of being on mobile, is you get to drag and drop your abilities. What this does is it forces it to go where the opponent player currently is. So if they're walking across the screen, it will automatically go to where they are and not where they're going to, and that's where you need to be aiming. Camera sensitivity slide, set this to max and get used to it. Now for the practice only setting here, you could adjust the button location slightly and these slide left and right. Yeah, okay, so battle info. The only one that really matters is to turn boosted counter on, so you know when you have a boosted attack. Then you get to audio, music. This is optional. If you don't like the music, you don't have to listen to it. Sound effects, I recommend this is on so that you can use this as timing cues to cast your abilities. Announcer on. This lets you know if you're winning or losing because there is no scoreboard in the game. You will learn the callouts for winning or losing by over 100 points, being 100 to 25 points, or being a close battle within 25 points, and you'll just have to learn the callouts. These happen at every minute of the game. Now, as a special bonus for those who actually made it to the end of the settings section here, I said you want a lowest HP value and auto aim off. There are some abilities that actually want closest and auto aim on, lock, like a hard lock, auto aim on, and closest. That being Bullet Seed Redent and Ho-Oh Flamethrower, because you're automatically just going to hold down your ability button and it's going to just follow them, and you're going to 100% hit every single bullet seed. It's always going at the direction. When they dash, it just flicks with them, right? So that's the only abilities, those kind of ones where you're kind of spewing in an area that you want to keep track of your opponent. Those are the ones that benefit from those. Everything else, no. All right, that's my Ultra Rank experience. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. If you want to see the chaos of my games live, come by the stream. I'm on most nights after hours. See you there.